Now might be a really good time for you to get angry.
That's my secret, Cap. I'm always angry. Being a Hulk asks for balance.
I mean, in all fairness to this video, the MCU is something that has been going on for quite a bit of time, right? It's been one of the longer running consistent franchises in like decades. And when I mean consistent franchise, I mean it goes based on continuity and continues from the prior movies, right? It doesn't immediately reboot and start a new series, right? The MCU is very unique in that regard, and nothing can really take that away. The MCU has brought us some really, really good movies, some mediocre movies, some bad movies, and some really, really fun movies, right? The MCU has done a really good job of balancing a lot of these characters in the world of Marvel and just giving us a bunch of different looks at characters and different interpretations that also feel very true to their comic book counterparts, for the most part. Which is why I'm making this video based on the Hulk, because the Hulk is my third favorite superhero of all time, and to see him get the treatment that he's gotten in the MCU in recent times since Endgame has, well, I would even say Infinity War, has really, really been bumming me out. And I wanted to make a video touching on how the MCU kind of ruined the character for me personally. So it's 2003, right? Like, Spider-Man just came out not too long ago. Universal Studios has a Hulk movie coming out. You go to see it, and, you know, the reactions are very, very mixed. Some like it, some think it's mediocre, and some really, really hate it. Ultimately, the movie did make enough money to really say it was profitable, but it didn't make the income that the movie wanted to make to continue going with that particular version of the Hulk. Ang Lee had a very different vision for that Hulk movie, and it just did not work out the way they thought it would. Come 2008, we have Edward Norton as the Hulk, which, in my humble opinion, and I'll discuss this more in another video separate to this one, I think they got the Hulk down very, very well. There's a couple of minor tweaks I would make here and there to the character to kind of make it the perfect embodiment of the Hulk, but for the most part, they really got it down. Also, they also had to understand this is an expansive universe, and Edward Norton was not willing to commit to the vision that they had for the Hulk going forward into the MCU. So they replaced him with Mark Ruffalo going into the Avengers, which has been our primary Hulk for years until now. I'd say Mark Ruffalo has been a really solid Bruce Banner and Hulk so far. I mean, he's done the best he could with what he's been given, which is part of the problem of why I have problems with this Hulk, is that he hasn't been given much. I mean, really, the biggest problem that they have now with the character is the fact that he's kind of obsolete in this overall expansive world of the Marvel Universe. For instance, his strength. The Hulk's biggest attribute that a lot of people say is his strength. He has all these crazy abilities, he's crazy strong. The Hulk is like one of the strongest characters in the Marvel Universe. Not in this version. This version, he's not even close to being the strongest. We have other heroes that are way stronger than him. Captain Marvel, we even have Thor now, who's officially way stronger than him now. I mean, even Iron Man beat him in Age of Ultron, and that was when he was Savage Hulk. Okay, so you take away the unique aspect of the strength of the Hulk, right? And, you know, whatever. He's Smart Hulk now. So that means he can contribute his brains to the field, right? I mean, right now, he's not the smartest person in the MCU. So he doesn't even contribute brains to the equation anymore. I mean, we have Reed Richards, we have like Shuri, we have all these other characters that are way smarter, right? So what does the Hulk contribute anymore to this overall expansive world of Marvel? And that's the problem, is that the problem that the MCU has had with trying to balance the Hulk is the fact that they haven't really found a solid place for him to fit in. Because they want to tell all these grand stories and make all these characters seem grander and grander, but they also have to constantly depower them or devalue the overall character to make other characters seem greater than they would naturally be in the comic books. I mean, literally just look at what they're doing now with She-Hulk.
He almost tasted that. Num 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 num, eat it up. Vocally, okay, 3, 2.
I mean, besides the twerking and all that unnecessary stuff in a show where they basically troll the fans and basically try to go after people who try to dare give any criticism to the MCU, you know? I'll get into that whole discussion with She-Hulk later, but overall, the Hulk has really struggled to really put his foot down in this version of the Marvel Universe. Like, there's been nothing that's really made him stand out since 2008 to 2012. I mean, you look back in 2008, the Hulk was terrifying. He was terrifying, he was aggressive, he was strong, he was powerful, he displayed all the aspects that you would expect from the Hulk. And now we go from that to the Avengers, where he had all those attributes, to now where we have Hulk doing yoga.
Being a Hulk asks for balance.
And now he's basically the butt end of the joke now, much like prior heroes like Thor. The Hulk definitely deserves more recognition that he's gotten in the overall MCU. He's a much more psychological character than a lot of people realize, with the whole aspect of the split personality of Bruce and the Hulk constantly fighting for dominance over the body. That is a unique aspect that could have been explored this entire time, but just has not. People are clamoring for a World War Hulk movie, and that's just not going to happen with the current incarnation. And even if they did do a World War Hulk movie, it's a little bit too late for that. I mean, key players that they need to make that story entirely, not even entirely accurate, to make it really function the way that you guys want to see it on screen, are not around anymore. And those other characters are off doing their own thing. And this character is just not that meaningful anymore. Even if he is the strongest character in the MCU right now, he still doesn't contribute much anymore, because they're always introducing someone stronger now, and someone who's able to depower him dramatically. I mean, just look how Thanos worked him in one of the movies, and he never came back for a rematch. I mean, all in all, I mean, Marvel is doing what Marvel does. I mean, they constantly evolve the story, but also you can't leave behind characters that were the core founders of this MCU. The Hulk is a core founder of this MCU. That post-credit scene solidified that this was the MCU. And the Hulk is a very, very important aspect to the Avengers that's just been wasted and has a lot of wasted potential. If I want to see a good version of the Hulk, I'm going to go back to that 2008 movie. I am. And I would even go back to the 2003 movie for the uniqueness of that Hulk. But overall, the MCU has pretty much ruined this version of the character, and he doesn't contribute anything anymore. He doesn't do anything special. He's basically the butt end of the joke, and he's really insignificant. And it's a shame, because I was really enjoying Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk so far. I think Edward Norton is my preferred choice for the Hulk. I think he's just did a fantastic job displaying that character, or Bruce Banner. But Mark Ruffalo has not done a bad job, and he's been really, really solid. And I enjoyed him, but they're just not doing anything with him, and that just sucks. And in that regard, they're basically ruining their own character. This could be due in part to Universal Studios or whatever, but they also did a She-Hulk show before giving the Hulk his own movie again. Like, what's Marvel doing? I'm sorry if I sound like I was rambling in this video. I just wanted to give out some thoughts about how the MCU could definitely improve upon the character of the Hulk, because so far he's been ruined. I feel like he deserves more recognition, and as my boy, one of my personal favorites, yeah, he needs to get his spotlight. But what are your guys' thoughts on the current placing of the Hulk in the MCU and how they displayed and interpreted him on screen? Are there some changes that you guys would like to see? Is there some things that you guys think that they're doing very well right now? Comment down below and let me know. My opinion isn't the right opinion, it's just my opinion, and make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe today to join the civilization.